feel like a little sexy, you know? Or maybe I just had too many of those mimosas, let me just say. Growing up, a little bit about me, I grew up in a religious household, and my mom tried to have the sex talk with me, and that's fine. But because she was religious, it wasn't like a normal sex talk. She basically was just like, God's watching and you need to wait until marriage. But now as an adult, I realize if God's watching, are we God's porn? like, guys, look at me, all right? I'm a hot piece of ass. He gets to watch this for free? He's the big guy. Pretty sure he can pay my OnlyFans subscription fee. And if he's watching, does he watch like certain people, like we have porn categories? He's just like, oh look, it's the sad fuck again. And it's just some guy masturbating in a dark room. He's like, yo, he's crying again. It's like, yeah, your wife left you because you can't go down on her. Trust me, I can see and hear people's thoughts. She was not thinking about you, buddy. Also, if we're made in God's image, my God, does he have a huge vagina? I was really surprised, guys. Thank you. Of course he's watching. I mean, he gets all the credit. Oh God. He's like, yeah, I made that dick. So growing up, I went to Catholic school, and I will say, before anybody asks, no, nobody touched me. They were like, eeny, meeny, miny, ooh, she is too ugly for that. I was fine. Went to Catholic school, and I'd say like my 7th or 8th grade year, we didn't have a nun until my 7th or 8th grade year, and she was our principal. And the funny thing about that was she told us before she became a nun that she used to be a magician. And I just didn't really understand that career transition. And then I realized that they're just both really good at making you believe in things that aren't there. She used to do this magic trick where she would take a coloring book and she would make us rub the coloring book, and I was like, yo, I thought the priest only did that, all right? But she would make us rub it, and she'd be like, this is what your life was like without Jesus, and then color would come in, and then it would be your life with Jesus, which was just weird. But that's just a fact. Also, another weird thing about going to Catholic school was that they never had a playground. It was just a giant parking lot. Like, you're out in the fucking prison yard throwing a ball at the wall. They're like, yo, we got them to believe in Jesus. Let's make them think there's a playground here. Oh, God. Growing up, I grew up in a divorced household, and no, before anyone says anything, I'm not just a white girl with daddy issues. I promise there's more. But grew up in a divorced household, and I will say the one thing that they did do right was that my mom decided to take my dad's last name instead of her maiden name, which was Gaze, G-A-Y-Z. Now, I don't have a problem with the gays, but I just think that poses a new meaning to whether you were born gay or if it was a choice. Like, I'd be like, how many pussies do I need to eat? I just want to live up to the family name. Be out there with a straw, like, I'll be out here all day. How many flannels would I need to own? How many Subarus would I need to drive? Also, it's a wonder that I was even conceived, considering how many gays there are in my family. And if my mom hates the gays, is that considered a self-inflicted hate crime? So, being in my 30s now, I'm single, and it's always interesting because people really want to ask, like, whether you're settled down, like, what you plan for your life. And a lot of times people will come up to me and they'll be like, Trisha, like, are you thinking about kids? please?